another round of applause for Mrs. Cahill. I mean, you know, she's run this thing by herself, started with her husband out of her garage, as she said. I mean, that's pretty impressive. I mean, look at this facility, 250, 300. She corrects everything I say. She's like my friends in the legislature. They correcting everything I say. But anyway, 300 people working here, and it's, you know, it's a good example of a logistics company. You make things, you need to move things. You package things, you got to move things. Is that all correct, Mrs. Cahill? Okay, good, good. So it's pretty exciting, and she's doing this with her family, and that is absolutely fantastic. So today, history. There's no question we make history today with the signing of this bill. I want to thank my colleagues in the legislature. We just had a spectacular event in Cleveland, attended on a very heavy bipartisan basis. Mark, I saw your boss up there. Pat Sink was there with the operating engineers, the carpenters, the building trades, all of them enthusiastic supporters. Great bipartisan support. Matt Szilagyi spoke up there today, along with Capri Cafaro, and of course my buddy over there in Youngstown, Sean O'Brien, spoke, along with Mr. Patman, and of course Ross McGregor, the sponsor of the bill. I mean, this is one of these great bipartisan endeavors, and when you think about it, you know, when I first announced the fact that we wanted to explore what to do with this turnpike, you know, people were in an uproar over this. Well, you can't do this. Well, this should have been done 50 years ago. Because when you think about what is going to be achieved here today, and look, it doesn't get done in a day because, you know, you have to go through a lot of processes here to get this done. But number one, here in Central Ohio, we're always fond of talking about the orange barrel blues. I consider the orange barrel blues to be great because that means, with a lot of orange barrels, it means there's a lot of people working and a lot of construction. So number one, our roads will be safer as a result. Number two, you heard Mrs. Cahill. It's going to make her business more effective and more efficient. Number three, we are estimating, we are not estimating, the federal government is estimating that for, as Mr. Patton says, Senator Patton said today, for every $1 billion in construction, it's about 30,000 jobs. So we're taking a conservative estimate. We believe this is going to result in the creation of at least 65,000 jobs for Ohio's skilled workers. I mean, for the building trades and for the operating engineers and the carpenters, this is fantastic. And they will tell you they're working. They're out there working. They're not sitting in their buildings waiting to get work. They are working, and that's what makes it so darn exciting. And in addition to all of that, we have an advantage. Now, you should note the fact that across the country, states are trying to figure out how to pay for infrastructure. There's gas taxes going up, and you talk about regressive. I mean, higher gas taxes really does hurt people who don't have the money to fill their gas tank. And so we have an advantage by not having to raise the gas tax in this state and figuring out a creative way to take advantage and drive more value out of an asset that really, frankly, I'm just stunned this hasn't been done before, but I guess politics and fear sometimes is the order of the day. We seem to take it on head on, and as a result, I think we're going to see some great things here. So Ohio doesn't have to worry about that. We don't have to go down and beg Washington. I mean, we can go and beg them, but I would just say that begging them would be like Bowersock, would be raising that garage door and having him yell out there to Washington. That's how effective it is in dealing with those folks. So we've taken care of our own situation here. More jobs, better highways, better economics, and more work for our skilled people in this state who do a great job. So all in all, I'm really thrilled with what's happening here today, but make no mistake about it. For the members of the legislature that supported this, it isn't often over the course of your term that you make history. But we absolutely are making history today, and we will look back on this with better roads and more workers, and we're going to be able to feel like we really accomplished something. And we did it with both parties working together, with business and labor united. We keep doing this, and Ohio will be the best state in the country. Without any further ado, the chairman of the House Transportation Committee, Ross McGregor.